One of the biggest trades in Veriswap history just went down, including a card worth over $100,000. But was it a good trade or not? And somebody retraded a big card that I traded them. Was that a good trade or not for them and for me? We're going to break it all down now. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Trade Talk with Veriswap and Teapot. Wow, we got some great trades to get into today.
There are some big ones.
Yeah, we got some big ones. We've also, by the way, got an incredible giveaway for the audience.
That's amazing.
Signed Ted Williams. I'm going to let the audience know in just a minute how to win that. But let's first start by breaking down our first trade of the day. And for that, I'm going to go to Raymond from Veriswap.
Kicking things off, we have a $42,000 trade. On side A, we have a Star Jordan in BGS 7. On side B, we have a Brady Contenders and a Jordan Prism Jewel. What do you guys think about this one?
All right, Teapot, are you on the side of the Star Jordan or the sticker Jordan with the Brady?
Give me the sticker and the Brady.
Okay.
For sure. I look at trades like this and the first thing I ask myself is, which of these cards would I rather have the most? Across all the board, whatever the trade. And in this case, the Brady is the card actually that I would like to have the most. Very iconic. Obviously, it's an authentic with an auto 8. So you can see it's got a little wear and tear around the corners and things, hence the authentic grade. But overall, I like that card the most. When I look at the Star, I'm trying to figure out how that got 7 centering. It does not look like 7
Centering's a little
centering.
rough. Centering on all of those stars, that's like the biggest problem with all those star cards.
You're paying a premium for a BGS 7, and yet to me it doesn't present as a 7. That's my main issue with it. The centering looks more egregious than that to me. Obviously, the old Jordan Prism Jewel stickers also have a lot of centering issues too. In a 6, that's not a bad grade for that card. Those are cool. For the price, like there's a lot of other cards I'd rather have in general, but to me, having one of those Brady's, one of the most, I guess probably the most iconic football card of all time. So I'd go with side B in this case.
I'm going the other direction.
I knew you would.
I'm going the other direction.
I knew you would.
I like the Star Jordans. Obviously, I own one of those. That is, many consider that to be his true rookie card. Others will debate and say it's 86 Fleer, but it's a cool card. The reason why I'm going that direction, I got to tell you, I have never understood this Michael Jordan jewel sticker. Like, I've never got it. That to me is one of like the most ugly looking art design.
I like it.
Like, you like it?
I think it's okay.
I think
mean,
it's
it looks
horrible depiction
it looks period
of Michael
appropriate.
Jordan. A horrible depiction of Michael
he's
Jordan.
He's like grabbing the ball like this, you know?
I don't like any of it. I don't like any of this sticker. I've
Facsimile
never
auto.
gotten into that. I don't really want that item. It looks childish to me. It looks...
So Kaboom before Kabooms.
It's nowhere near as cool as Kaboom. I don't want that item. I like the Brady card, but but the other card I don't really want. So give me the Jordan Star. That's the direction I'm going. All right. What do you guys think? And more importantly, would you like to do trades like this on Veriswap and even get something for free? Because you can do that right now. If you go to Veriswap.com or download the Veriswap app, register with promo code SCI, and we're going to give you $15 free towards your first trade on Veriswap when you use promo code SCI. There are tens of thousands of people on Veriswap that are doing trades like these every single day, all the way from inexpensive cards all the way on up to $100,000 cards, which you're going to just see in a second. And if you go onto Veriswap now and you do a trade with me, if you offer me a trade deal, I'm going to give one person who offers me a trade deal this Ted Williams autographed photo. Pretty cool thing to give away. All you have to do is search for me on Veriswap. You can search for Sports Card Investor. You'll find one of my listings there. Go look at all my inventory. Give me a trade deal. Someone's going to get that Ted Williams autographed photo. Don't forget promo code SCI when you register for Veriswap. All right, Teapot, let's jump into our second trade to analyze. This is a big one. On one side, well, actually, you know what? Let's let Raymond tell us about it.
Up next, we have a $79,000 trade down. On side A, we have a Curry Topps Chrome Refractor in BGS 9.5. On side B, we have a mix of basketball. You have some Luka, some Cade, Shea, as well as a Brock Purdy Gold Prism in PSA 10. How do you guys feel about this?
All right, Teapot, a lot going on here. What side are you on?
I'm going with the Steph in this case. I'm definitely going with the Steph. I like side A. I like some of those cards. I like the BGS 10 color match Shea, rookie card. I'm a big fan of Shea. Obviously, I like the Cade blue. We got a lot of good stuff going on that side. Gold, Purdy. I don't know where Purdy goes from here. I've always been on the wrong side of Purdy relative to his card hype. When he was super hyped, I was like, I don't believe in this guy. Then, I became a believer and thought he's actually a very good quarterback. And that was right about the time everybody kept saying it was just his weapons. His market's all over the place. Who knows what the Niners are going to do? That's a lot of money to put into uncertainty at a card that caliber. Now, somebody had that valued, their own value at $40,000. That's not a $40,000 card. It's probably a $10,000 to $15,000 card, which is why this trade makes sense and works out value-wise. But getting one of those Stephs, getting a refractor, that's honestly one of the cards I'd love to have in my collection, period. It's one of the most iconic basketball cards of ever, honestly, I would say. So I'm going with the Steph in this case for sure.
I'm with you because on the side of the person who's getting the 4 cards, the Purdy is the most valuable of the 4.
Yeah.
And I'm worried about the 49ers as a whole.
Yeah,
I just think they're a team that came so close to winning the championship, didn't get there, and now, unfortunately, they're on their way down. They took a step backwards this last season. I worry they might take another step backwards this season. I worry that you could see a complete rebuild going on in San Francisco in a few years. And if that's the case, then Brock Purdy, even if he remains their starter for a long period of time, he's going to kind of be in an irrelevant situation for possibly several years. So to me, that's not that great of a card. The Shea is awesome, but Shea's market is about as high as it's going to get right now. Probably.
Might get a little higher.
Maybe slightly higher if they win the championship, but he's like hype city at the moment. Cade Cunningham, probably on the way down a little bit now as we get into the offseason for Detroit soon. Luka, we'll see what happens there. But, but the Steph Curry's timeless.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, I'm with you. Steph Curry. This next one's going to be really interesting because it involves one of my cards. Let's have Raymond introduce it.
Coming in next at $26,000. On side A, we have a Jordan auto. On side B, we have a LeBron Topps Chrome Gold and a Kobe auto. What do you guys think about this?
So the LeBron James Gold Refractor from 2005 Topps Chrome, that was my card that I traded to this individual. I'm pretty certain because I traded one of those in PSA 9. And so I think this individual then took that card and paired it with a Kobe auto and traded it for a Michael Jordan auto. So he's kind of working his way up Veriswap here, taking something I traded him, pairing it with something else, trading it for something bigger. Now he's got himself a Jordan auto. But do you like the trade for him? What side are you on?
I'm not familiar with this Jordan card. I honestly had never seen it before. And so, 25 of 25, it's bookend. But looking at it, I was like, scrapbook signatures, UD portraits, it's not a set I know. Obviously, I recognize the LeBron. The Kobe, actually, the same thing. I know I've seen that card before, but it doesn't come up super often. But if I just chalk this one up to eye appeal, just from eye appeal perspective, I think I lean toward the Jordan. But this one just seems like very evenly matched. You're talking about, really the 3 best basketball players of, the last 40 years. So I would say I probably lean Jordan, but I could go either way in this one. I don't think there's a loser or a winner on this.
I would probably lean slightly in the other direction just because Jordan autos are always wonderful.
Yeah.
This isn't my favorite Jordan auto. Certainly not. It's not the best designed Jordan auto. The LeBron Gold Refractors, I've always thought that those over time will become more valuable because people love collecting the gold refractors and in high grades, those are in short supply for those 2000s Topps Chrome Gold Refractors. It's a really nice Kobe auto as well. I actually like the Kobe auto on that basketball design there. The auto shows up pretty nicely. And so I think I go that way. But to me, this is kind of even too.
I'd prefer the auto. Maybe if it was like white ink or something, but
could be cool.
It kind of blends in a little bit, but
could be cool.
Either side, congrats to both.
All right. Congratulations to both on that one. We got another fun one coming. Let's hear it from Raymond.
Up next at $33,000. On side A, we have a Star Jordan rookie. On side B, we have a mix of Jordan inserts, $4,000 in cash, Jordan auto, and a football card. What do you guys think about this?
All right, we got a whole smorgasbord of stuff being traded for one of these 1984 star Michael Jordan rookie cards. Teapot, what side are you on?
You know I like cash, so always cash. No, I like that Dunkin' Go Nuts is what I really like.
I do too.
It's a non-yellowed Dunkin' Go Nuts, great condition, obviously in a PSA 9. I really like that card. I also love the Scoring Kings. It is an 8, so not the worst, not the best grade for that card. I don't know about the Jordan Metal unlicensed sticker auto card. Like, that doesn't really move the needle for me. I also sometimes, it's hard for me when I see a product like an Impeccable that's a high-end product with like sticker autos on it too. Obviously, the Packers and Rodgers tortured me as a Lions fan for years. So part of me wants to say the other side, but on the other side's another star Jordan. It's not my favorite card. I know it's a very important and iconic card. But in this case, I love the Dunkin' Go Nuts and the Scoring Kings, so I'm going to go with side B and take that cash.
Okay, you know what? This time I'm going to agree with you.
Okay.
I am, and the reason why, so with that star Jordan, we're getting lower and lower in grade. We saw one earlier that was a 7. This one's a 6.
Yep.
It's still a rare card because I think the total number of those made was like less than 5,000. So still a rare card in any grade, but not the best condition copy. The reason why I'm going with that other side is there's a few of those cards I really like. Just like you, I really like the Dunkin' Go Nuts, one of my favorite 90s insert sets. The Scoring Kings, also really like that card. The Metal Universe doesn't do much for me, but I actually really like the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers dual combo, knowing the history of those two in Green Bay and how they probably would never actually want to ever be depicted on a trading card together, ever. And that's probably why they're sticker autos, because they probably never would sign the same trading card. That might actually be my guess. Maybe, but here they are together on the same trading card. I think that's a good story. There's a lot of Packer fans out there that would love that, but I think any football fan of football in general, remembers back to that era, and I think that's just a cool card to have. So I'm going in that direction. And before we get to the next trade, I want to remind the audience one more time, sign up for Veriswap, guys. Trades like these are being done on Veriswap every single day, and it doesn't have to be expensive cards like these. It can be cards that are $20 as well. And you can go get the Veriswap app, or you can go to veriswap.com, promo code SCI, and then don't forget to search for Sports Card Investor and propose a trade with me for your chance. One lucky person who proposes a trade with me will get that Ted Williams autographed photo added to the trade for free. All right, we got a few more trades to go. Let's go to Raymond for the next one.
Up next at $60,000, on side A, we have a Kobe scoreboard auto in dual 10s. On side B, we have a Wemby fast break bronze PSA 10 and a Purdy gold Kaboom. What do you guys think about this?
All right, Brock Purdy's back along with Wemby, trading for a Kobe Bryant rare in a 10-10, but also unlicensed rookie auto. Where are you on this one, Teapot?
I know I said I didn't want a lot of money tied up into Brock Purdy. I also don't want a lot of money tied up into like a Lower Merion jersey, Kobe either. It's a good photo. I'm going to go on the right side here. Maybe just because I don't have any emotional attachment to that particular card.
So you're going with the Purdy and the Wemby.
Yeah, I like every other Kobe rookie in existence. I collect Kobe rookie cards. But in this case, I still believe in Victor Wembanyama. I think his market's way down for obvious reasons. The fast break bronze don't always command the same premium. In fact, a lot of times they'll sell for less than cards that are serial numbered with a higher print run. But it's a gold Kaboom. I think gold Kabooms are collectible no matter what, and will continue to be very collectible and sought after. And so I'm going to go with the side of Wemby and Purdy on this case. There are no more Kobe autos coming, obviously, either. So
yeah, I hear you. I like this gold Kaboom Purdy quite a bit because the gold Kabooms are collectible no matter the player. I'm still though going with a Kobe. I said my concerns earlier about Purdy and the San Francisco's irrelevant. So I don't love that card for that reason. Wemby's market right now is soft and seems to be getting a little softer with his injury. His stuff's been sliding in price. And not the most desirable Wemby, even though it's still a nice Wemby rookie card. The Kobe, I agree, is unlicensed. But what is cool about it is it's a numbered Kobe rookie.
Yeah.
Very rare to have a numbered Kobe rookie. This is before the days of serial numbering.
Yep.
And it's his old autograph. It's not the Kobe autograph you're used to seeing.
Yeah, true.
It's an old school Kobe autograph, is first autograph, I guess, right? In a 10-10, that's a pretty rare card. It's fairly low numbered. Yes, it's unlicensed. Give me the Kobe. That's where I'm going on that one.
You might have just talked me into it.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm going Kobe.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, we have one of the biggest trades in the history of Veriswap next. Let's go to Raymond.
Up next, we have one of the biggest trades ever done on the platform at 220K. On side A, we have a LeBron Topps Chrome Black Refractor in PSA 10. On side B, we have a LeBron Topps Chrome Black Refractor in PSA 9. Cade Flawless, SGA NTRPA, SGA Mojo Prism, and $27,000 in cash. What do you guys think about this?
Wow, Teapot. What do you make of this? This is a hundreds of thousands of dollars trade. That LeBron card alone is worth $100,000 plus. Where are you going here?
This is I think, when you look at Veriswap and what they're doing with their platform, like this just, it's like, yeah, I see why you want a middleman. You want somebody to make sure this deal goes right. And this is a big one. I'm definitely going with the side of more cards in this case for a lot of reasons. One, because as you know, just personally, I don't like to go pay up for the grade premium for, the higher grade in many cases. 9s are fine in my PC. And I like everything about this. I like the vertical Shea RPA. I like the Shea Mojo a lot from 2018. Those Mojos in particular,
They look
really
nice.
like.
They look nice.
And you got a Cade Flawless RPA in the mix here. Obviously, that's the card, of all of these that, from a personal affiliation and teams I root for, I go for the most. And I get $27,000 in cash to basically just downgrade my LeBron. Now, do I understand the rationale of why somebody would pay up for the 10? I do, because I know you. And I know you're probably going to go with the 10. So you can tell me that, and people do it. That's the reality of it. But I liked a lot of cards in particular here.
This one I struggle with. So I have a bias towards the LeBron Black Refractor 10. I own one. It's Pop 21, I believe. I own one of the 21. I love the card. I think any 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron James, if you get any of the parallels,
grade,
if you get the black refractor, you get the X-fractor, certainly if you get the gold, because there were only a few parallels that year. That was it.
Yeah.
You had the refractor, the black, the X-fractor, and the gold. That was it.
That's it.
So it's not like there was a big checklist. It's not like today where someone's in Topps Chrome and there's 40 different parallels. No, there were the refractor and 3 colored parallels. That's all there was back in 2003 basketball. So this is a very rare LeBron, so I love the idea of owning it in a PSA 10 in the perfect condition of the card, and I do. But that said, that's a good haul on the other side, because you're still getting the LeBron, but in a PSA 9, which is not nearly as rare, but still a 9. But the 2 Shai Gilgeous-Alexanders, I mean, 2 of his very best cards. His National Treasures RPA, the Mojo, I agree with you, an awesome card, and that's in a perfect 10.
Yeah.
2 of his very best cards.
Yeah.
Plus the Cade Cunningham.
Cade's a 10-10.
Plus the $27,000 cash. That's a tough one. For me, I need that PSA 10 Black Refractor because I was trying to build out the whole set. But for other collectors, if they're not as focused on trying to get like the top of the top, I would probably go with the diversity of cards plus the $27,000 cash. What a good trade, though.
I'm wondering if, whoever got the lot of cards, was this like a timing thing, trying to get Shea while he's hot and, move him into other things. But definitely a cool trade to look at, because I like all those cards on the side of the lot of them. That's for sure the one for me.
It's fun. All right, we got a couple of trades left, 2 trades left to look at. Let's go to Raymond.
Up next at $30,000. On side A, we have a Mahomes Optic Black in PSA 9. On side B, we have a Mahomes Silver Prism, PSA 10, and 9.5K in cash. What do you guys think about this?
All right, Mahomes for Mahomes, Teapot,
Hey.
plus some cash. Which would you rather have?
Can't go wrong here, but I'm going with the Optic Black, the rated rookie. In particular, I like the rated rookies from 2017 better in general, the Optic set, than that year's Prism. Just a personal preference. Obviously, Prism commands much more of a premium on the market no matter what the year relative to Optic, but I've looked at those black optics before for Mahomes and said, that's one maybe the one from that set that I would like to track down and have that, or maybe a gold. But I definitely like the black in this case. You can always get one of these, Prism Silvers, which, by the way, there were no base Mahomes rookies that year. Those were the, still short printed to some extent, but you can always track one of those down, which is why somebody had to pay up and add in $9,500 in cash to get this. But in this case, I think that paying up makes sense. I like the black refractor.
I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I think the black refractor is what, number to 25?
Or black hollow.
Black hollow.
Yeah, yes.
I believe those are to 25.
Yes.
So a rare card, a low numbered Mahomes, and I'm gonna agree with you for the exact reason why you said. I like the look of the 2017 Optic cards. I like the rated rookie. I like it better than the Prism Silver. I just do. And the Prism Silver is a card you see relatively often. If you go out here in the aisles of Cards HQ, I don't know if we have one right now, but I can tell you we often have one of the Mahomes Prism Silvers from 2017 in our showcase. I've never seen us with an Optic Black from 2017 in our showcase. So, it's just that right there. Of course, the person who got the Prism Silver got $9,500 in cash. Yeah. So you can't go wrong with that either.
And a very liquid and iconic card. So
you can't go wrong with that either. Maybe they wanted to cash out of the Mahomes. Maybe they're going to go spend the cash on something else and trade or cash out of the Prism as well. So I mean, it's easy for them to move those cards if they want to. So both sides are good, but in terms of collectability, give me the Optic Black. Okay, one trade left, and it involves Otani's. We got to look at this. Let's go to Raymond.
Up next at $34,000. On side A, we have an Otani Topps Chrome Red in an English auto. On side B, we have an Otani Kanji auto. Interesting trade. What do you guys think here?
All right, Teapot. Better set with a regular auto, or maybe a less respected set, but you got the Kanji auto. Where are you going?
You know what? I'm going with the Kanji. I'm going with the Gaudi in this case. There are not a lot of those. They're actually somewhat tough to come by, and there's not a lot of Kanji autos for rookie Kanji autos for Otani. And because of that, even though yes, it is unlicensed, he's in his suit coat. I like that. I like the rarity of the Kanji auto in particular, and it's a nice looking card. Honestly, it presents well for an unlicensed product. The other one is an interesting one. It's an error card, and it's an error because it's numbered to 25 instead of to 5. It's a mistake. So that adds a little bit of like a weird stigma for me to that card. And there are other cards, there are other licensed Otanis that you could get in this ballpark, autos that I would rather have if I were going to go after his regular auto, not his Kanji. I might go after his Bowman Chrome rookie card, blue in a lower grade or something. A Sapphire Orange auto recently sold for like $21,000. So there's other options that I would just rather have than this one because of the nature of the error with it. Not that it's a bad card. You have a rookie Otani auto, you're doing fine, and no matter what, I'd like to have it. But I like the uniqueness of the Kanji auto itself, and so I'm going to go with that one.
My only question on the Kanji is, why is it not graded?
Yes.
What's the condition?
Yeah.
Because when I look at the front of this on the photo, it looks to me like that's perfect.
Yeah.
Like it looks really well centered.
Yeah.
The corners I think look pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't see any obvious print issues or anything of that nature. So to me, that would be one to rush off to grading.
Yeah.
But the fact that it hasn't been graded makes me worried a little bit about it. Now, it could just simply be a collector who's had that card for a long time and just never bothered to grade it and is happy in the condition, happy keeping it in the condition that it's in.
Didn't want to pay the grading costs.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or it could be that the card has some type of significant issue that's not showing up in the photo. Could it be a surface scratch? Could it be a dent on the back of the card? Could there be some type of print defect that, if you look at closely in person, you could see it and the photo doesn't show?
Is it real?
Is it real? Veriswap will figure that piece of it out. But yeah, that's the only thing that makes me slightly nervous. That aside, assuming that it is in fact a nice copy of the card, then I'm with you. I want the Kanji. Yeah. I want the Kanji. I think the Kanji auto is cool. It's unique. It's a rookie card with a Kanji auto. I like it.
Nice.
I'm going that direction.
All right.
This has been a fun episode, Teapot. Thank you for facing off against me. feel like we agreed a lot today.
Yeah, we're like half and half maybe.
Yeah.
You talked me into one. So,
All right, I talked you into one. I feel like we got good spirit today.
We can go argue later.
All right, guys, don't forget to get this card as the giveaway. Go register at Veriswap, veriswap.com, or download the Veriswap app. Promo code SEI. You can start trading today with $15 in free Veriswap credit with promo code SEI. And then when you propose a trade to me by searching for Sports Card Investor and then looking at all the cards that I have for trade, once you click on the little Sports Card Investor symbol, go look at my other cards, propose a trade. One lucky person is going to get that. Thanks for watching Trade Talk with Veriswap. We'll see you soon with the next one. Take care.